Mataji, please put in the group also. Join Mataji. Hare Krishna. We'll wait for 2 more minutes. We will start. I seek blessings from the Shishya Govinda. First, start with the Mangala Achan. Om Ajnana Timirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurmilitam Yen Tasmai Shri Guruve Namah. Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupagadaya Yam Dadati Swapadantikam. नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्ण विष्णु भूतले श्रीमति भक्तिवेदांत स्वामी नामिने नमस्ते सरस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देश तारिणे जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंदा हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम राम हरे हरे. Okay. We pay our humble obeisances to Founder Acharya, His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. We pay our humble obeisances to His Holiness Jayapataka Swami Guru Maharaj and His Grace. The last. So today's chapter is Karma Yoga. We will start with the Karma Yoga. Yesterday's chapter was the summarization of the Gita summarized. So in that we learned that what is what is the Buddhi Yoga, what is Krishna consciousness, and it is an overall of a mixture of the Gyan and all. The summarization of all the questions that were asked by the Arjuna was answered directly in the 5 minutes by the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Lord Krishna. And then yes, the detailed study of that, the detailed study of what is Karma Yoga, what is Jnana Yoga, and what is Bhakti Yoga, that is Krishna consciousness, that is Bhakti Yoga. What is that will be explained further in these chapters, right? So we will start today the Karma Yoga. So what were the questions? We had discussed this yesterday also. Like the first question was, what is the name of Lord Conchal? Anyone? Hare Krishna?
Panchanya.
Panchanya. What is the name of Arjuna's bow?
Gandiva.
Gandiva. Anyone else also? Priya Matari is very excited with the SEVA and all. She's expert in that. Hare Krishna. It's in the chat box also. Okay, Kritika Matari is saying. Hare Krishna. What are the signs of Arjuna's victory? Hare Krishna.
Hanuma flag.
Yes, the flag, the Hanuman on the flag. How many verses are there in the Bhagavad Gita?
700. 700.
700. Hari bol.
700 slokas.
Hari bol, Mataji. Hari. Chapters 7 to 11, 12. Which does it belong to? Which kind of yoga?
Bhakti yoga.
Hari bol. What are the 5 topics that we have discussed in Bhagavad Gita that will be discussed? Hare Krishna. 5 topics.
Ishvara, Kala, Prakriti.
Yes.
Karma, Jiva.
Yes. What are the 3 parts of realization of the Supreme Soul?
We are not this body, we are the soul.
What are other 2 parts?
Surrender to Krishna.
Yes, Matari. The Bhagwan. And the second part, it's the last part, tending to the Krishna. And it's Paramatma, right? Soul, the Paramatma, and the Bhagavan, right? We are all revising, so that, if you don't know that where to go, then, you can be, deviated from the path, yeah, right? If you know the goal and you know the process, then it's easy, right? If you know that how to crack, for example, you want to crack some exam, like IS you want to crack, what you will do? You will go to the school, then you go to the college, you will have some degree, right? You have some path, right? Have some path, you will enroll in the process, and you know that this is the process. Then it's easy, right? If you don't know the process, then you will be like confused what you have to do, right? So we know that first we have to know that we are not the body, we are the soul, right? For the if you are having some compassion, right, to nullify it, what you should know that you are the soul, not the body, right? You should not should not be concerned about the and the clothes of the drowning man, right? That's the analogy that Prabhupada gives. So how the word Bhagwan is defined? Who is he? Who is Krishna? How Bhagwan can be defined? Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Anyone? Yesterday we discussed about the opulences. Anyone remembers the opulences?
Strength, fame, beauty,
Yes.
knowledge, renunciation, all riches.
All riches. Hari Bol Mataji. All opulences. Loknath Prabhuji. Hari Bol. So, the six opulences, right? And which verse does Arjuna accept the Lord as the Guru? Even just the number? Anyone remembers? Or the word related to that shloka?
7th verse of chapter 2, Prabhuji.
Yes,
7th
Hari
verse.
Bol. 2.7 Hari Bol. Karpanya dosho pata swabhava. The karpanya means miserly weakness. From where the miserly weaknesses come, right? Karpanya dosho pata swabhava. Prachhami tvam dharma samudin. Dharma, you dictate me now on what is my duty to do. Yash Shreya Nishchitam Bruhitan me. Shash Nishchitam. You Nishchit, you do the, you clarify me that what is my actual duty that has to be done. Shishyaste Hamsadi Mam Tvam Prapannam. Shishyaste Hamsa. Now I am your disciple and the soul surrendered unto you. Now you understand, right? This is the shloka. So chapter 3, does the chapter 3 contains? Chapter 3 contains the renunciation. What is renunciation, right? Earlier we talked that, Krishna is saying you are not the body, you are the soul. So Arjuna will say, okay, you are saying this. Okay, so let me contemplate, let me sit down and be an ascetic, and let me find me that I am the soul. Let me work on that, right? He will say, okay, let me be an ascetic, let me sit down now, because I am a soul, I need to realize, right? So he will sit down now. So renunciation is there. Now what is there? The actual meaning of renunciation will be told by the Krishna, right? This is the thinking of Arjuna right now. So what is the yoga ladder? We'll learn about the yoga ladder. So what kinds of yogas are there, to reach the Bhagwan? What is the process? What we have discussed various, we are discussing various yoga. So what is the the step by step process, right? We will discuss about that. What is the yesterday we learned that there should be a role model. Krishna told that you should become a role model. So how to become exemplary lifestyle? What kind of lifestyle one should follow? The biggest challenge of spiritual life. We will discuss about the biggest challenge of your spiritual life, that is lust, right? Overview. So Arjuna's confusion, renunciation or action, right? He will be confused that what do I need to sit or I need to fight? You are telling me to have some self-relation also. You are telling me to fight also. Okay, so which one is it? So Nishkam Karma Yoga is the second one, that without thinking about the results, that is the Nishkam Karma Yoga. Karma Kanda to Karma Yoga. The Karma Kanda is the part where you are doing the duty and you are also thinking about the fruits also. But in the Karma Yoga, you don't think about that, right? So Nishkam, so what kind of example one must set? To be a Nishkam Karma Yogi, yeah? To to not think about the results, just do your duty as a as a devotional service to the Lord, right? And what is the biggest challenge of your spiritual life? That is the lust, right? Conquering the lust, the greatest enemy. So the takeaway in this, in the we will take away what we need to take away from this will be the Karma Kanda, simply put, refers to ritualized means to derive sense enjoyment using different means such as Devta worship, right? We do the Karma Kanda, we do, we go to the temple, or some god is there, some demigod is there, and we go that you give me this, I will, I will give you this, you give me this. That's just exchange of, the material enjoyment. You think that there will be the material enjoyment, you will buy some things, so will have some things, and it will be ultimate, but it won't be enough, right? Because at that platform, it's never be enough. Even if there is a child, if you have a child, you keep on fulfilling his desire, you keep on fulfilling desire, he will be never be satisfied, because you are fulfilling the desires of the body, not of the soul. The soul is settled, soul is Sachidanand, it's always satisfied. Just we need to look at what is the food for the soul, right? We are currently doing the feeding the body only. So while on the other hand, karma yoga is quite the opposite, right? The karma kanda is simply ritualized means, right? Doing all the prescribed duties as per the shastras only, including the shastra, but for the fruitive actions, right? Not for the not for the detachment is not there in the karma kanda. So karma yoga is engaging oneself in a constant endeavor to please and serve the supreme personality of Godhead himself. Now you will think that okay, to feed, to serve the supreme personality of Godhead, let's leave everything and go to the forest and go to the tamashram and go into the mandir and do there, do all the duties only there. But you think if you have a responsibility, you have some wife, you have some have father and mother, and have the husband, and that is also your duty, right? That you are also in a relationship with them. They are also the souls which are connected to supreme personality Godhead. We are all the children of the he is the bijam pitam, right? We are the seeds, we are in coming from the supreme personality Godhead himself, right? So he is the bijam, he is the seeding father, right? So one has to please him. How? The taking care of the soul, all the souls, right? If you don't have the compassion for all of them, then what is the responsibility? If you cannot satisfy even one soul, then how can you satisfy the supreme personality of Godhead? So there is the responsibility also, but we don't need to attach ourselves. The love should be there, but attachment should not be there. That is the the meaning which is being we are searching here. So, in the Srimad Bhagavatam, first canto, second chapter, 6 shlokas come. Sa vai pumsam paro dharmo yato bhakti adhokshaje ahituki apratihata yayatma suprashidati. In this, two basic things are there: ahituki and apratihata. Ahituki means causeless. Your bhakti should be causeless. Apratihata, unbroken. Yeah? The supreme occupation, the supreme dharma for all humanity is that by which man can attain to loving devotional service, right? One can attain to loving devotional service onto the transcendent Lord. Such devotional service must be unmotivated, right? Unmotivated should be unmotivated and uninterpreted, unbroken or uninterrupted, or ahituki, causeless or unmotivated. It should not be motivated by some, some desire. It should not be it should be uninterrupted. Regularly, you are regularly, constantly thinking Vishnu Smaranam. You are constantly thinking of the Lord and doing your duty to completely satisfy the self, right? This is the supreme occupation. We often think, what is my supreme occupation? What is my supreme purpose? Here is your purpose. It's been given in the Shastras. A supreme occupation for all humanity. Ultimately, the what is your occupation? The supreme occupation. This, like there are two things you are doing in your life. For example, you are a grahastha, right? So what you do, you go to the office, right? You go to the office and you do all the all the activities. But what is your supreme occupation? To feed the children, to feed the children, to feed the wife, to feed the husband. What, to feed the family basically. That is your supreme occupation. Like that, similar to it, the supreme occupation for humanity in general is what? To attain the loving devotional service unto the transcendent. Why we want to do that? Because here it is, ashashvatam. Is it ashashvatam? It's temporary. It's not permanent, right? It is ashashvatam dukhalayam. It's a place of misery, right? No one likes misery. No one wants to be in the state of misery, right? So if you want to be in a happy state, if one wants to be in a happy state, then the loving devotional service is there, right? So currently, where we are, if you take by example, that where we are currently in the hospital. If we think that we are in the hotel, then we will be wrong, right? Because in the hospital, what is there? Treatments are going on. If you order in the hospital, bring me one samosa, bring me one cold drink and all, then it will be not good for us, right? We are in a hospital. One you assume, when you thinks that he is in a hospital, he will be at peace. When you think that he is in a hotel, he will be demanding his desires and desires. What will happen? He will go again into the misery only, right? So one must know that what we are. So this is Shastras telling us, right? What we have to do, the loving devotional service. Devotional service will be ecstatic. It will be loving. It will be blissful. We won't be, we won't be at the misery stage. Even in, even at whatever condition or whatever ashrama you are in, grahastha ashrama, sannyasa ashrama, whatever ashrama, brahmachari ashrama, whatever ashrama are you in, but you still will be blissful. Then in the in the Chaitanya Charitamrita, it comes in the 19.17 Madhya Leela, Sarvupadhi Vinirmuktam. This is basically the definition of the Bhakti Yoga, right? Bhakti. What is Bhakti? If you will say that okay, we are doing the Karma Yoga, but what we have to do, right? What we are preaching. ISKCON is preaching Bhakti Yoga. So where where is the definition? They are mentioned in the two places. It is mentioned in one book of Nectar of Devotion, and it's mentioned in this Chaitanya Charitamrita. Sarvapadi vinirmuktam tatparitena nirmalam rishikena rishikesha sevanam bhakti ruchyate. Sarvapadi vinirmuktam, matlab devoid being devoid of all the engaging all kind of material designations. So bhakti or devotional service means engaging all our senses in the service of the Lord. Rishikena rishikesha, in the service of the Lord, the Supreme Personality Godhead, the master of all senses. The master of all senses is Rishikesha. We learned in the chapter first, right? So when the spirit soul renders service unto the Supreme, there are two side effects. What will happen after rendering service? We will do the service. What will happen? Two things will happen, right? One is free from all material designation. Sarvopadi vinirmuktam. One is free from all the material designations, right? And simply by being employed. Second thing, what will happen? Simply by being involved in the service of the Lord, one's senses are purified. Your senses will get purified. You won't, if you think that, if your tongue is desiring something, if your eye is desiring something, then it is a dependency. If you watch some ad, then what happens? The whole mind tells you like it starts with something like it will be, for example, you see the ads of Coca-Cola regularly instead of Pepsi. What you will do? You will go for the Coca-Cola, right? So you are dependent. You are dependent. You are dependent on your mind. You are dependent on your intelligence. You are dependent on your eye, what it is seeing. So yet there is a desire. You are not independent. You are dependent on your tongue's desire, right? So if you are employed in the devotional service or bhakti, all this desire, you will feel it. You will feel it after some time. All the desire of having your tongue's desire, your skin's desire, all the eyes desires, your listening desire, all will go. It will get purified. Whatever good is there, you will grab the good. You will come into the mode of the goodness. Yeah, we are actually in the mode of ignorance. Then we go to the mode of passion. Then we go to the mode of goodness. Like this happens. So here questions, Arjuna questions rightly here that okay to Krishna, that tell me Krishna, like you said that okay that I am not the body, I am the soul. Okay, so I need to sit, I need to realize first. The secondly, you are saying also that fight. You are giving example of the Hanuman also. Let's fight. So which is it? Is it to fight or is it not to fight? Right? You just tell me one thing. Ekam vada. 3.2. He says ekam vada. This way or that way. Right? You just tell me which is the way. Either I become the ascetic or I become the Hanuman. Right? To a Hanuman, like have no reaction. What you have to do? So he is confused between renunciation and actually doing the service, but it's not like that. Right? Krishna will tell this. So not by merely abstaining from work can one achieve freedom from reaction, nor by renunciation done can one attain perfection. Hare Krishna, I need to just just give me 10 minutes. We'll start again. Hare Krishna Mataji, are you there? Ashali Mataji?
Yes,
Vaishnavi Mataji.
Prabhuji.
Sorry, can you please start some Damodar Ashtakam like that?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Just give me 10 minutes.
Yes, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna. Anybody of you knows Damodar Ashtakam? By mistake, I got logged. Hare Krishna. Mataji, do you know Damodar Ashtakam? Vanishti Mataji? Okay. You can sing because I don't know what happened to my device. It got logged out.
But I don't have the lyrics.
Oh, I can't share
Damodar
also.
Ashtaka, is it? I just
Wait, Prabhuji. I will share in the chat box. I'll share in the chat box. Hope I don't
yes.
get logged out again. Please wait.
Is this Namamishwaram Satchit Ananda Rupam?
Yes,
That's a-
exactly, Prabhuji. Namamishwaram Satchidananda Rupam. Like that.
But I've not sung, I've not heard it also. I can only read it now.
Oh, I'll just wait, Prabhuji. I'll just share the lyrics with you. I don't know what happened to my device. I got logged out. Yes, Prabhuji. Namamishwaram Satchidanandarupam Lasatkundalam Gokule Bhajmanam Yashodabhiyolokhaladadhava Dhavamananam Paramrushtamrityanto Drushtya Gopke Rudantam Muhurnetram Yugam Rajantam कराम्बुजयुग्मेन साकन्दसनेत्रम् मुहुश्वासकम्पश्रीरेखाकं सकञ्च चितग्रैव दामोदरं भक्तिबद्धम् इति वृत्त इति कृष्णलीलाभिरानन्दकुन्दे स्वघोषो निमज्जन्त अख्यापयन्तम् तदेशितस्येषु भक्तिर्जितित्वम् पुनः प्रेम तस्य तत्संशितावृत्तिवृन्दे वन्दे वरं देवमोक्षं न मोक्षावधिं वा न चैनं वृणेऽहं वरे देशादपि इदं ते वपुर्नाथ गोपालबालम् सदा मे मनस्याविरक्ता किं मे इदं ते मुखं भोजमत्यन्तनीलवृतं कुन्तले स्निग्धव कौष्टसौम्या मुहुश्चुम्बितं बिम्बरक्ताधरं मे मनस्याविरक्तामलं लक्षलाभे नमो देवदामोदरन्त विष्णु प्रसीद प्रभो दुःखजलाब्धिमग्नम् कृपादृष्टिवृष्टन्ति दीनवतानु गृहाणि क्षमाम् आज्ञम् एद्य अक्षिदृश्यः कुबेरात्मजो बुद्धे मृत्यै त्वयामोचितै भक्तिभाजो कृतै च तथा प्रेम भक्तिं स्वकाम मे प्रयच्छ न मोक्षे ग्रहो न मे अस्मि दामोदरेह नमस्ते सुदाम्ने स्फुरदीप्तिदाम्ने त्वदीयोदरायाथ विश्वस्य धाम्ने नमो राधिकायै त्वदीरस्य प्रियाय नमोऽनन्तलीलाय देवाय तुभ्यम्. So Damodar Ashtakam is written by Srila Satyavrat Muni and it is also in the Padma Puran, and in the Kartik month it is very significant to sing Damodar Ashtakam and offer lamb to God. It is very auspicious in this month of Kartik. We should offer lamb to Lord by singing Damodar Ashtakam, and so we get a lot of uh, pious uh, pious deeds for this. So I request all of you to offer lamb to Lord and sing Damodar Ashtakam. Try to sing. Even I have tried to sing this. I am learning this till now. So if any mistake is done by me, please excuse me for that. Hare Krishna. Anybody wants to do any kirtan? Any of you go to nearby temple?
When are
Hare
we supposed
Bo.
to do it, Mataji?
In the evening, Prabhuji, and in the morning also you can do it. If you don't get time in the evening, both the time you can do. Uh, it's like in the evening it's 6:30 to 7:30 in between, and in the morning I guess 7:30 to 8:30. It is very auspicious, and the Lord gets very happy. Most of Krishna's leelas are done in Damodar month. Means if you like, it's a big story. If you know the Ukhal Bandhan leela, when Lord Yashoda tied Lord Krishna to Ukhal, you know that leela, Prabhuji?
Yes, we have studied that long back.
So that leela also happened in Damodar month, that is the Kartik month, which is now going on, and so that leela happened in this month, and we offer lamb to Lord because most of leelas, Krishna's leelas, are in this month, and so it is very auspicious month. You visit any temple there? Where do you stay?
I live in Salem, Tamil Nadu. But for
Oh,
us, Damodar month, Kartik month has not started. It will come only after one more month.
Amausha, na? That is after the Amausha it will start, na? In
No,
Diwali.
Kartik month will start after Diwali and all. I think after that is in November, it will start. Now,
Okay.
after November 15th, it will start for us. That is how for us
Okay.
Kartik month starts. I don't know about Mangalore.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe it has started soon there.
It's like actually in the north, in Vrindavan, Kartik month starts from the Ekadashi. The Ekadashi which went na.
Yes.
So at that time there they start Kartik month is started there. Even in Maharashtra, Kartik month will start after this Amausha, like the coming one.
Okay.
So then in Maharashtra also Kartik month will be start, but we are like Gaudiya Vaishnavas and like we follow as per the Vrindavan and Gaudiya Parampara. So we are
Okay.
following that.
Yes.
It's very
Recently,
beautiful.
some
Yes,
Ekadashi went. Now, very recently, there was one special Ekadashi. I think last week.
yes. Last week only
Ah.
Ekadashi. So in north in Vrindavan they start Kartik is started from that month. So we are
Okay.
also following according to that. It's like
It is
in north, yes, Prabhuji.
Kojagiri Purnima was there recently.
Yes. Kojagiri Purnima also went recently. In Maharashtra, Kartik will start from 21st and
Okay.
Diwali with Diwali.
Okay. Okay.
I think Prabhuji is working also.
Where is Prabhuji?
I don't know. Maybe he is on duty, I guess. Some urgent work is there. He'll be back in a moment.
You have chanting also prior to this class at 7 o'clock.
At 6:30 we start the shloka recitation and
But you
translation.
don't send message, is it?
Prabhuji, I am not in WhatsApp group, but generally when the message is sent na, it is sent along with the all the routine and all the things. If that message is not sent to you, I will remind Harshali Mataji to send,
Yeah, please do that
because
because today I was thinking that I'll get a message at 6:30, but I didn't know the schedule of this 7 p.m. batch. Because I come from the 9 o'clock batch,
uh-huh,
and they start the chanting at 8:30 in the night.
8:30. Yes.
So I thought I'll get a message. I
Uh,
didn't get, so I didn't know if chanting has started.
Basically they start the recitation of shloka, like third chapter is today. So they will read the third chapter and then the shloka and translation. It is very beautiful. Once you
Uh,
hear the chapter and recitation, it is very easy to learn the chapter. Like it is very good. So I really advise all of you, if you can manage to join early, you must listen to the shlokas and recitations. And
sure,
we have
sure, sure.
so beautiful reciters and translators. They recite the shlokas very, very beautifully.
Okay.
We must hear it. Even the hearing of Bhagavad Gita is also having effect. Na? So it
Mm.
is very good.
Hare Krishna Mataji, sorry, I just missed it. What did you say just now?
I
Where
said
is this
even the
shloka recitation?
on the
They start
same
at
same
6:30.
link,
Same link.
6:30, Yeah, same link. We start at 6:30 before the
Okay.
class. Like today, it's third chapter. So, Mataji, like there are very different Matajis who come. They recite the shloka. When shloka is recited, then the meaning is recited. So it is very good when you listen it very nicely, very calmly. When you listen it, now you understand the chapter very easily. It is very easy for you to understand the chapter also, and it has effects also. Like the translators are very good in translation. Like they recite the shlokas very beautifully. Even that recitation has very good effect. Good vibes are created around you.
Do you send the link for that recitation also?
Prabhuji, I am not in the WhatsApp group, but I will
Okay,
definitely make it a point. I'll let Harshali Mataji
sure,
to.
sure.
It's the same link. You
Actually, the
can join.
link is sent.
Now today, what was chanted? Do you will you be able to send a link of that?
It is the same link, Prabhuji. But I'll remind Harshali Mataji that the participants wants to join the recitation. So
Sure,
please
sure.
send our link. It's the same link, not different link. Only you have to join at 6:30.
Okay,
And
sure.
it's very
Done.
good, very beautiful. I think Prabhuji is back.
Yes,
Hare
I
Hare
Krishna,
think.
Krishna,
Mataji. Thank you,
Prabhuji.
Mataji. So sorry,
Prabhuji,
everyone.
sorry, my this thing got logged out, but I sang Damodar Ashtakam in a very bad
Thank
voice.
you, Mataji. Very good, Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Thank you, Mataji, for taking care, Mataji. Actually, I am in the still in the office. Come on.
Yeah, I
Work
came
is
to
like
know
that only.
from the blackboard behind. Yes. Okay, Hari Bol, Prabhuji. Hats off to you. You're doing seva from office also. Hare Krishna.
Okay. We were at at the phase where Arjuna is basically contemplating on the problem that whether I need to renunciation my path or doing the seva as per the Hanuman is the path. You just tell me one thing, Krishna, not two things. But he is thinking that you both are two things, right? So not by merely abstaining from the work can one achieve freedom from reaction. So inaction is not recommended. Inaction is not recommended by Krishna. Nor by renunciation alone can one attain perfection. Totally, totally abstaining from the work, not a good thing, right? So here is a photo, you know, here is a picture you can see of a so-called sadhu. So what you can see, can anyone, tell what you can see or what you can think of this
Hypocrite.
picture? Hare Krishna. What he is holding?
Cigarettes, Prabhuji.
Cigarette. Yes, right. Absolutely. He is holding a cigarette and a mobile phone here, right? The mobile phone is fine, right? I'm using this, this computer for the, for devotions, for the service of the Lord only to preach, You are using your mobile phone for that, for preaching, right? So it's all okay. Right? So it's all good, right? So if you are but he's holding a cigarette, right? One on the one page he's he's having a gerua vastra, and he is pretending, he is basically pretending that okay, he is a sadhu, but still he is contemplation on the sense objects. He is having the sense, and he is also doing it, right? So the mind, what does it do? It thinks, it feels, and then it wills, right? So thinking, feeling, and willing. So one, he is all doing that also, right? So this is a this is a pretender. So in the Bhagavad Gita 3.6, Krishna says, "Karmendriyani samsayam ya aste manasa smaram indriyarthan vimudatma mithyachara sa uchyate." Mithyachara is a very derogatory word for a sadhu. In the Shastras, in the Vedas, it's a spiritual word, spiritual life. Someone has said is mithyachara, pretender. It is a worse for it. One who restrains the senses and organs of action, but whose mind dwells, right? If you are sitting and you are contemplating on something else, you are contemplating on something, some girl or something like that, you are contemplating on that, then it's all it's all bogus. You are just a pretender. But whose mind dwells on sense objects certainly deludes himself and is called a pretender, right? You are a pretender. So one should not become a pretender. What we have to do, our minds and senses, we have to control, and our and the mind must not dwell on the sense object. focused on the Krishna. So Lord Krishna did not want Arjuna to become a pretender, right? To go and sit in an ascetic, and he is very intelligent, and he does not want to fight. So he's saying that, okay, I just I am going for self-realization, right? Become a pretender, but that he perform his prescribed duties and says as set forth for Kshatriya, right? You do your duty, keeping me in the mind, right? Arjuna was a householder, he was a grahastha and a military general. So his duty was as a Kshatriya, right? And therefore it was better for him to remain as such and perform his religious duties as prescribed for the householder Kshatriya, right? So verse 8, perform your prescribed duty, for action is better than inaction. So inaction is not recommended. Inaction is not recommended. Even if you are sleeping, then also your heart pumps, right? He is doing his duty, right? Because soul is there, he is doing his duty. It is performing the work, right? That's why we are living. So inaction is not recommended. Action is better than inaction. Man cannot even maintain his physical body without work. If you go on, if you keep sitting, you will become obese, and then various health issues and the misery will come. Automatic, it will be there, right? So one cannot even, maintain the physical body without work. One has to go. One has to lift his hand to eat. One has to take, to take the breath. Everything he has to do, right? There are many pseudo meditators who represent themselves as belonging to high parentage, and great professional men who falsely pose that they have sacrificed everything for the sake of advancement in spiritual life. So here's another picture. Anyone can tell that whose picture is it?
Bharat Maharaj.
Bharat Maharaj. So Bharat Maharaj was a great king of the the ruler of the world, and very young, and very powerful, and very pious, and very kind, great devotee of the Lord. And but at a time, at one point of time, he basically left all the kingdom just to go into the forest and sit and meditate on the Lord, right? He did that. But what happened? What happened that one time a deer or doe was there. So the deer, the mother deer was having the baby deer, and then the mother deer basically died. So he felt the compassion for the newborn baby deer. That is good. That is fine. That he felt the compassion. He has thought that, okay, I will take care of it. So he deviated from path a little, because he's taking care of the born baby deer. It's okay, right? But when but the animals are like that. In the heavy storm, if you see the heavy rain is there, and you lift, there are bricks, around the garden, and you lift the brick, you will see there are hundreds of small insects. Those are also living, right? So Krishna, the supreme personality of Godhead, is taking care of the small insects in the heavy rain also, right? You can imagine. So don't you think that who is the deer in the form body of the deer, it will not take care of its own? It takes care even from the human body. Earlier, used to, it was all fruits and all the fruits in the forest. Everything was provided, right? We will learn in this chapter that how everything is provided. So when it grows, then it can it can live on its own. Like it's a deer. It is born like that. It has nature like that. It has characteristics like that. But he still keeps on attached to the deer. And when he died, so he kept thinking of the deer. And the next life he got of a deer, because of that attachment, because of the mind attached to the deer, for the next life, of a deer. So what we do in our current life, we prepare our next body. That consciousness of the next body is prepared in this life. Whatever consciousness you are living with it will be prepared for the next one, next life, right? So the takeaway, giving up the activity in the name of renunciation is also false renunciation. So here we learn that Manav Seva is not Madhav Seva. Madhav Seva is different from the Manav Seva. One will say that, okay, you are Prabhuji is saying that social service is not good. No, we also do special service. ISKCON does the food for life. Feeds everything. The prasadam. We feed not the food. We feed the prasadam. We first offer it to the Lord, and it has spiritual benefits. It has consciousness with it. Everything you eat has consciousness. It is like that. So that is way more different. Way more different, and you will feel it. The moment many ISKCON devotees have joined ISKCON after eating the prasadam only. They used to come in the Sunday, and they only used to eat the prasadam. They came just for the prasadam. You know, when Srila Prabhupada, when he was in America, all the hippies used to come. He used to give that very tasty rasgulla. Okay, the Bengali, so he used to give very tasty rasgulla. Maximum used to come for the rasgulla. Eventually, they left all the, the non-vegetarian, the onion dagal. You can start chanting, this is the power of the consciousness that it takes when you offer it to the Lord. Takes all the sin, right? Because it might be termed as laziness by some and being a parasite by others, right? So this Mithyachara we have seen it. What he was a lazy person. He was a burden on the society. He was doing nothing for the society, right? He is like a pretender. Learn some slokas and start saying it, and you do the shadi and you do all the rituals and you go. What he is thinking in mind? What is my next customer? Okay, my next customer this. Okay, I will do the puja for this, do the ritual for this. So this is laziness. This is laziness. This is not doing service. So true renunciation is giving up the fruits all the while carrying out the duty. You do not have to go to a forest either, right? You do not have to go to the forest. Be there. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is so merciful that he said that being in whatever condition you are, the bhakti is, for everyone in any phase of life. You are a brahmachari, you are a grahastha, you are a sannyasa, any phase of life. You are in all the four phases of life. It is for everyone or for all the worlders. No one can term this person as a lazy man or a parasite. You have to keep working. So work done. What kind of work can be done? You will say that what kind of work can be done. The work done as a sacrifice for Vishnu has to be performed. Right? He is the Bhoktaram Yagyatapasam. Bhoktaram Yagyatapasam Sarva Lokamaheshwaram. He is the he is all the ruler of the all the whole world. He is the proprietor of the whole world. He is the Sarva Lokamaheshwaram. Has to perform. Otherwise, work causes bondage in this material world. Whatever work you do for your own good, it will create some bondage, right? It will create bondage with you. Therefore, a son of Kunti perform. The attitude is changing basically. Yeah. You will be doing before Gita. You were doing the work, right? After Gita, you will also be doing the work. You will be studying. You will be doing the work. Still, you will be doing the work. There will be no difference in that, right? But the attitude will be changed. The attitude will be changed that for whom you are doing, for whom earlier you were doing for your own material desires. Next, you will do for the as a service to the Lord. When you do that, all the sins are taken away. Then you get purified. Your work get purified. Your every senses get purified. And when it gets purified, you feel blissful. You feel blissful in doing any kind of work you do. You are doing your work just for the as a devotional service to the Lord. Then you keep going to the progressing with the stage of the surrendering. So therefore, son of Kunti, perform your prescribed duties for his satisfaction, and in that way you will always remain free from bondage. So renunciation from first to nine, the myth of renunciation is basically here cleared by Shri Krishna himself. There's what is true renunciation. What is the myth? Myth is spiritual life means leaving family, right? One myth is that for spiritual life, one needs to leave the family. That's not correct. Not correct at all. Because if your heart is not pure, then what will happen? If your heart is not pure and you took the sannyasa, suppose you are in a grahastha ashram or you are in a brahmachari ashram, right? And both the ashram, if you took to the sannyasa directly, right? You took the sannyasa and your heart is not pure. What will happen? The same the pretender is happening, right? Your mind will dwell upon the sense objects because your heart is currently not pure. It's a process. One has to go through the process. So real or fake, the purity of thoughts determine our level of spiritual advancement, right? What kind of thoughts are there that we have to judge ourselves. We have to see in our mirror ourselves. That is our, it is our, duty to see that. We have to reflect upon it. Fake disturbance to the society. What does fake does? Disturbance to the society. And the, real ones, what they do? The purity of thoughts determine the level of spiritual advancement. So internal transformation is necessary. Your internally it must be transformation, not the change. The change of the dress. The change of the dress will nothing happen with it. Just wearing white kurta and applying the tilak and have some shikha in the head. That will not have some advancement on it. The internal transformation must be there. You are the judge out of it. The Krishna himself, the Paramatma is sitting in your heart. He is seeing everything. Updashtanumantacha. He is the permitter. He is the overseer. Right. So true renunciation Detachment from possessiveness. What is true renunciation? Detachment from possessiveness. Now you don't have any possessiveness for anything. Detachment from enjoying tendency. What you are enjoying? You are enjoying for yourself. When you are in the devotional service, you enjoy with the Lord. You enjoy with the Lord. You do kirtana, you enjoy with the Lord. You do dancing for the Lord, you enjoy with the Lord. You eat prasadam, you offer to the Lord, you enjoy with the Lord, right? Everything you take the uchista of the Lord, right? You are taking offering the prasadam and he eats, and then you take the consciousness travels, and it takes you, the sinful, all the sins, the consciousness, gone in making that food is gone because it's taken by the Lord, and yes, you enjoy from the detachment from the enjoying tendency. Does not mean stopping activities. We are doing all the activities, we are all grasta, or we are all students, or we are doing some work in the, at home also. And so we are doing, not stopping any activities, just we are adding some goodness. We are adding Krishna to our life. The real way of developing detachment is work for the satisfaction of Vishnu. You have to satisfy Vishnu, the Shri Krishna, or freedom from sins, go to the spiritual world. Right? So balancing duties of mind, body, and mind is there. Plus duties of soul, right? There's the duties of body, some duties of body. You have to have to sleep, you have to eat. These are duties of the body. Your duties of mind is there. You have to keep it calm, right? You have to keep it. It will wander. It will wander like anything, right? And one has the duties of the soul. Soul is the eternal servitor of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. It is duty to be at everywhere he is surrendered, already surrendered, right? By chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra, right? Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. By offering the results of one's daily work in service to the God, right? By this, the satisfaction of Vishnu. So the demigods, so how the, what does the sacrifice will happen, what will happen due to it. The demigods being pleased by sacrifices will also please you, because you are directly giving water to the roots of the plant. That's why the whole leaves, the whole the whole parts of the tree will be satisfied, right? Because you are feeding, you are directly talking, or you're directly serving to the CEO. All the managers of the Lord will be satisfied, right? The demigods being pleased by sacrifice, what we will do, because we are serving the CEO, the managers will also cooperate with you, right? Please you, and thus by cooperation between men and demigods, prosperity will reign for all, right? So this is the cycle. You satisfy the ultimate truth. If you satisfy the ultimate truth, the rest all places, falls in the right place at the right time for you. So who are the demigods? They are the in charge of various necessities of life. The demigods, being satisfied by performance of yagna, sacrifice, will supply all necessities to life. What kind of yagna we are doing in this Kali Yuga? We are doing the Sankirtana yagna, right? Sankirtana yagna. You are doing Shravanam and Kirtanam. Shravanam, you are listening, and you are doing Kirtan, yeah, taking the name of the Lord. The yagna is right. The yagna kund is your ear. All the mantras are going to the ear, your ear, right? From there, your mind listens and your soul listens. Your soul listens, you are feeding to the soul. But he who enjoys such gifts without offering them to the demigods in return is certainly a thief, right? If one man says, if there is a conversation between a god and man, that look, God, this is the seed, and this is a tree. 5 years ago, I planted this seed, and that now it has gone into a tree. I took care of the tree, and now it has gone. So God will say, okay, did you make the land? Oh, no. Did you make the air? No. Did you make the water? No. So what have you made? The space? Nothing like that, right? If you have not made anything, then what is there to yours? Nothing is ours. This body is also ours, not ours. So who is the proprietor? Who is the proprietor? So he is the Bhoktaram. Yes, he is the Bhoktaram. So if we are, if we don't, offer it to the, okay, what is the karma kanda and karma yoga in this? Karma kanda is like, you have we just go to the temple, and we search for the coin. Okay, we put some coin, right? Huge money you are gathering, and if you are having something, and we search for, okay, where is the coin? Where is the coin? There's a karma kanda. Okay, take something, right? Take something. Okay, take something. That is the karma kanda part. It's the ritualistic part of your life. But karma yoga has nothing to do with it. It has nothing to do. Whenever it is required, the money whenever it's required is the rightful place. One has a discrimination to the charity. It is given to the rightful place. Yes, he will give them. He doesn't have any, belonging. He knows that it is so. Everything is being offered to the Lord. So what did the Bhakti Yoga teaches us? Whatever you do, you work, everything you offer it to the Lord. Then you use it. Then you use it for the Lord. 3.13 यज्ञ शिष्टानि शिष्टा सिन संतो मुच्यन्ते सर्व की विषय भुजन्ते भुंजते ते त अगम पापा ये पचन्ति आत्म कारणात्. The devotees of the Lord are released from all kinds of sins because they eat food which is offered first for sacrifice, right? They offer, they why devotees advance because they start eating the prasadam that is being offered to the Lord. You start as an experiment. I tell you, you don't wait for becoming a a brahmachari or anything in your life, whatever. Just do that as an experiment. Okay? You start serving the Lord, you start archanam, you start vandanam, you start worshiping the Lord. You offer him peace with love, patram pushpam phalam tu yoma bhaktya prachati. He only wants 4 things, but whatever you cook, you offer it to the Lord because you will eat it, right? That aham bhakti upartam ashnami pratatmana. So if one offers leaf, fruit, flower, or water with love and devotion, what he wants? Your love and devotion. Whatever you offer, whatever you are going to eat, just offer it to the Lord. When I was in, I was starting, in the bhakti process, when I attended the level 1, I asked this question, right? Uh, Mataji, can anything can be offered to the Lord? Anything I can, or can I offer whatever cooked at home, with onion and garlic? One Mataji told me, you can offer, Prabhuji, all, even offer the chai also. It has caffeine and it will struck your neuron system also. But, since we are at the starting, we are at the mode of ignorance. Since we are at the mode of ignorance, offer even chai to the Lord and then you have it. That will also transform you. This is the faith. This is the practicality of bhakti. Everyone knows that. Right? It will know you will not find anything in anything like this in the Shastra, but you offer it to the Lord. Whatever you are eating, offer it to the Lord. Gradually, you will come at a stage, and you will start chanting and doing that. Okay, I will offer the best thing to the Lord because who is Lord? He is the King. He is the proprietor. He has all the opulence, right? What am I offering to the Lord? It must be the best. It must be offered at the best plates. It must be offered at the best foods you are making, right? It is to the because He is the King of your life. He is the King of the world. How we treat the King, like that we have to treat the Lord. All living bodies subsist on food grains which are produced from rain. So here is the cycle. Here is the cycle. You will assume that okay. How demigods are pleased. Basically, one will question that what is the logic? What is the logic that how that I am serving to the Lord? Okay, but how will I get the food? How will I get the food? So here Krishna tells, clarifies the doubt that all living bodies subsist on food grains, right? We are subsist on the food grains, right? Which are produced from rains. It comes from, if rains does not come, then foods will not grow, right? And rains, how rains are produced? By performance of yagna. Yagna, we are currently doing the Sankirtan yagna. Earlier it used to the Havan Kund was there. There at that, currently if you do that, it's 500, 500, 600 rupees kg ghee is there. You estimate it will take, around 60,000 rupees, 15,000, 30,000 rupees. Morning and evening you do that. You do the yagna, 30,000 rupees will be there. In 30,000 rupees, if you invest like that, and your family will say, "What are you doing?" Right? So, that yagna is not recommended for this. This age is recommended the Sankirtan, and yagna is born of Also, we are not that much purified. The shloka, the mantra which are pronouncing has to be very correct. Which is very correct. The Mataji starts the class. She recites very beautifully. That is the way the mantra should be recited. The purity in the heart should be the purity. By the purity, earlier the yagna is to be ignited the fire not by matchstick or something like that. Just by the stick they used to just by the mantra they used to ignite the fire. That was the purity of the purity of the sages. And the yagna is born of prescribed duties. So yagna how is done? By prescribed duties. How yagnas will be performed? Prescribed. If you don't do your prescribed duties, your dharma, if you leave your principles of religion, then what will happen? the yagna will not be successful. Yagna is not successful, the rains will not be coming, the rains will not come, the grains will not come, the grains will not come, the food is not there, how will you survive? So like this, demigods are satisfied, right? If you do the prescribed duties, they are satisfied. What is the prescribed duty? Step 1, you take the step 1, serve Krishna. Text 3.15. कर्म ब्रह्मोदभं विधि ब्रह्माक्षर समुद्भवं तस्मात् सर्वगतं ब्रह्मा नित्यं यज्ञे प्रतिष्ठितम्. Translation: regulated activities are prescribed in the Vedas, right? There are regulated activities. If we cannot control the senses, then we do the regulated activity. What are really, what animals do? Unregulated activities. They don't have any control over their eating, sleeping, mating, and defending, right? They, they don't know how much to eat, right? They don't have control over that, right? We have regulated, right? This much you eat, don't become obese. Don't eat this much less, so that you become weak. Okay, it's a prescribed that at what time you should eat, what amount of eat. Mating, you don't do illicit sex, right? You don't involve in the illicit sex. Don't the animals don't have control over it. We have as per, you do as per the Vedas. You do as per the Vedas, it will not, it will not have issues on you. Then gradually you will come from karma kanda, which is regulated activity, karma kanda. You will come to the karma yoga. And the Vedas are directly manifested from the Supreme Personality of Godhead, right? In the 15.15, it's Sarvasya Cham Rati Vinishto Mata Smritir Jnanam Apaunam Jam. Mata Smritir, from, and then he says Sarvasya Cham, everything is emanating from me only. All the gods, all the demigods, everything is emanating from me only. And Mata Smritir means remembrance. Jnanam, knowledge. Apaunam Jam. Jnanam and knowledge, knowledge is everything, and the remembrance, everything is coming from me only, right? Aham Sarvasya Sarvair Vedyo. He only, he is the knower of the Vedas, and he is the knower of the Vedanta, right? So he is saying, and in the 15th chapter it comes, right? So here also, and the Vedas are directly manifested from the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Here also he is saying, consequently, the all-pervading transcendence is eternally situated in acts of sacrifice. So Krishna first reveals the Vedic knowledge to Brahma, right? It's not like, you know, Vedas only Vyasdeva has written. He has written because he is the Supreme Personality, he is the incarnation of the Supreme Personality of Godhead himself. He can write that, but it doesn't have any dates. You cannot find some date on it, right? Because if it's like mobile phone comes with a manual, right? So when the universe is created, this material world is created, manual comes, right? So Vedas come automatically. So first, who is the receiver? Who is the creator? First creator is the Brahma. He receives the Vedic knowledge, receives the Vedic knowledge from the Krishna, the first manifested living entity in the world. He is also a living entity. He is also temporary. Sorry. Here's the Lord. Lord, basically, how the cycle of sacrifice comes. The Lord basically gives the Vedas. Okay, these are the prescribed duties. You will ask that, okay, Prabhuji, we have to perform prescribed. Where it is written? It is written in the Vedas. Okay, we do that. We do the perform the prescribed duties as per our varnas, right? As per varnas, whatever our swabhav is there, whatever the nature of your service we belong to, right? It's not by the birth, right? It's by your nature. What is your nature? Comes by that the varna. It's what ashram you are in, at what age you are there. The ashram reflects to your age and your heart's purity, right? You are in a brahmacharya ashram. Earlier, child used to go from age of 5 or 6 to the till 15, 14. He 15 till 15 they used to remain ashram, the brahmacharya, because it's the best phase to teach the discipline. It's the best phase to learn. There is a lot of pranavayu is there, lot of energy is there. So what they do, they give the rote learning kind of system to the of the of all the shlokas, because it's easy. You pick a child, you give him shlokas, he will start reciting like that only, and we will take some time, right? Because it's like, because his age is, he has lot of pranavayu, he has lot of understanding. So they used to first give them shlokas, right? You learn it, right? You just learn it, you don't think about it, right? But when the then the Vigyan Vayu, basically the the science or contemplation or logical reasoning basically develops after 15, 16, 17, 18, it starts developing, then one can be explained, right? When the shlokas are learned and then you explain it, then they know that what is the meaning and how to apply it, they can remember. So this was this was the practice, beautiful practice in the earlier age. So you will remember the shloka, you know where to apply it, right? But it must come from a bona fide spiritual master. If it's not there, then it's a broken cable, broken cable of a charger, basically. Vedas from come the duties, then from come the sacrifice. Then what does duties will lead to? It will lead to sacrifice. You will you will dedicate everything to the Krishna. From which what will come? Rain will come. From that grains will come, and finally the food will come. Then you will offer it to the Lord. Then Lord will be happy, and yes, the demigods will be happy, and everything will. So how to do yagna sacrifice in Kali Yuga? So earlier we first see that how we used to do. First was the Sat Yuga, right? The tapasya was there. The tapasya ascetic were there. Huge, huge 1 lakh years of life. One used to get, Then the Treta Yuga comes. Then Treta Yuga comes. The yagna is there. The fire kund is there. Then you offer it to the fire kunda, right? Then Agni kunda you offer it there. The Treta Yuga was the yagna was performed, right? 10,000 years of life there. Then 1,000 years of life in the Dwapar Yuga, right? You keep worshipping. Then Archanam and Vandanam. You do you keep the deity worship was there in the Dwapar Yuga. And finally, we are in the Kali Yuga, right? The Kali Yuga is the Yagna Sankirtanam, right? What is the life lesson here? That what are the balancing duties of body, mind, and duties of soul, right? By chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra, by offering the results of one's daily work to the service of the God. These two things, if we do, these are balancing our duty. These are the prescribed duties as per our Shastra, right? From the Karma Yoga, what we will learn today, that chant and you offer the results of daily work to the service. Every day, each and from the drops, we became, we can bring those. So where it is written that you have to only take the name of the Hari, you have to take the name of the only Krishna. Where it is written? It is written in Brahmanadya Puran. Hare Nam Kevalam, Kalau Naste Eva Gatiranyatha. For deliverance of this Kali Yuga, in this Kali Yuga, there is no other way. There is no other way. Kalau Naste Eva, Naste Eva. 3 times. There is no other way except chanting the holy name. Right? Holy name. Hare Nam. Right? So we have to do only take the name of the Hari. So for spiritual progress in this age of Kali, there is no alternative there. There is no alternative. There is no alternative. Holy name. The holy name. When to chant? You can chant, anytime. At any time, at any place, you can chant, just it's preferred to chant, when at the, at the morning time. In the Kartik month, if you ask me, at when to chant, it's better to, complete your 16 rounds. So whatever rounds whatever your sankalpa is there, that I will chant one round daily. So your sankalpa is once that will be, that will make Krishna very happy. I have sankalpa that one round daily I will be chanting. That will make Krishna immensely happy. Right? So how to chant? Keep the beats. Why to keep the beats? What is the what is the logic behind keeping the beats? You have a mala. It will discipline you, right? Because you take 10 minutes to lock yourself. You take 10 minutes to at a silent place. You chant in front of you have deities. If you have the place, chant in front of the Lord. To start chanting, we chant. We start with our first Guru mantra, and then we chant, and then we chant 108. It has 109 beats. One first one is is with for the Guru mantra, and then we start chanting the holy names of the Lord, the Maha mantra. So you can chant when alone. It's better you chant when it alone in the house or on the stage, right? Wherever you can, you belong, you can chant. But in chanting, rest are kirtanam also. You are doing kirtanam, that is also comes under chanting. But chanting makes you discipline. With the beats, it makes you discipline. How many rounds you counted, or okay, it will discipline you. Okay, 1 is completed, 2 is completed. It will discipline you. So here, beautiful picture of Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and his associates. So here is the mantra that is the Guru mantra that you start, start with basically when doing the chanting when you are starting. So Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya is the Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya is the form of both Shri Radha and Shri Krishna. He has taken both the mood of both the Radha and the Krishna and come at 500 years ago at this earth just to deliver us fallen soul. Just just to mention that okay, this is the shloka, this is mentioned in the Vedas. See also here also, right? Then you chant. It has power. Prabhu Nityananda, he is Balram himself, and he is come in the form of Prabhu Nityananda. And Shri Advaita Gadadhara. Shri Advaita is the mixture of Shiva and Shiva and Vishnu himself. Shri Advaita Gadadhara. Shri Gadadhara is the gopis, or the is the form of the gopis, and Shiva Sadi. Shri Advaita Gadadhara and Shiva Sadi and Gaura Bhaktivinoda. Gaura Bhaktivinoda means Narad Muni is there. The Narad Muni is there in the form of a devotee. After that, we start chanting 108 rounds. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare. So in this age of Kali and the 10.25, what it is recommended even in the Bhagavad Gita, Yagnainam Japa Yagnosmi. Yagnainam Japa Yagnosmi. Jap, which yaga is that? Japa Yagno. Although there is no rule for chanting the holy name, no, although there are no rules or reading the scripture, it is best to perform devotional in the wee hours of the morning. Right? The Brahma Muhurta, the 1.5 hours before the sunrise is basically the Brahma Muhurta. Get up, and that's why ISKCON follows this rule, because it will discipline you. Because if there is a Mangal Aarti at 4:30, you will have to wake up, right? You will have to wake up. You come to Aarti, you do the chanting. The 2 hours you spend in your chanting, it will take care of all the 22 hours of your life, right? All the daily 22 hours of your life, it will take care. Brahma Muhurta is generally accepted as the most auspicious time of the day to perform spiritual practice, because it dead silence at that time, right? During this time of the day, the world is peaceful, and the influence of the modes of passion and ignorance are less. The passion and ignorance is very less, and thus enabling us to focus more on our spiritual practice. To do that, I experiment, in the early days of my, when I was just experimenting on it. I did this for a week, at different times. Morning hours before 10 o'clock. Before 10 o'clock, 9 o'clock, you complete by then. You start by 4, 5. By different time in the morning hour. And the afternoon times you do that after the between the lunches, that, and after 6 o'clock you do that. Has vast difference. You can experience it, you can experiment it, and you can know by yourself. If you want to waste time, that's all it's okay. Although this may be difficult for some devotees due to pressures of work, etc., rising early and regulations are beneficial for development of spiritual life, because rising early is beneficial either way, materially also. If you cannot rise this early, it is still good to rise as early as possible and at the same time every day. Just do one sankalpa, that is rise at 5 o'clock, you will rise at 6 o'clock or 5:30 o'clock, whatever you time, why you decide why, with your lifestyle, so that there is a discipline in your lifestyle and you keep practicing spiritual. So here are really mentioned in the further chapters also, that we talked about 3 things: the body, the mind, the senses, and the soul. What happens there are 4 things basically. There is there are the senses at the lowest level, the karmendriya, the hands, the eyes and the ears, these are all the karmendriya. So these are senses. About that is the mind. The man is there. The mind is there, which wanders, like, and has desires. Above that is the intelligence. What does intelligence? So it convinces you. The Paramatma takes care of it. The intelligence. For example, you want to do some mischievous activity, right? If you want to do some, you want to become a thief, right? To steal something, right? You want to steal something. The intelligence will give you all the options, the good and the bad also. It will not judge you. The intelligence will convince you have a desire from the mind, and the intelligence will convince you that okay, this is the intelligence you got, and this is whatever your intelligence. Above that is the soul. We have to take the 4 stages are there. So at the bodily platform, if you keep feeding your body, what will happen? They're like this. I gave you the example that if you keep feeding your child and you keep feeding the bodily platform, keep fulfilling his desire, what will happen? One day he will say, okay, it does not satisfy me still now. Even if the child, you have given him everything his desire, 30 years of age also, still he will say that I am not satisfied. That is the bodily. Next platform comes the sensual platform, right? You come just about it. Is the mode of ignorance is the bodily platform. Right? We are into the bodily platform. Then comes the sensual platform. Sensual platforms comes when you just rise. It comes from the mode of ignorance to the mode of passion, and then you start something working. You start something working, then your mind not that much. It will be better than the mode of ignorance, that we can say. And there comes a mental platform. At this platform, we can study. Who can study? Not at the mode of not at the mode of passion, not at the mode of ignorance. One can study only at the mental platform. One has to be mentally at peace, right? One has to study, one has to concentrate. So it is an intellectual, or it is at a mental platform. So you are coming gradually between the between mode of goodness and mode of passion, gradually between there. From there, one goes to the intellectual world. You start thinking, you start contemplating on it, and you gradually rise to the ultimately you gradually rise, and ultimately you come to the spiritual platform. Okay, this is the truth. Yeah, I am not the body, I am the soul. Right. So gradually it takes place. Right. Then you start feeding the. Then the journey begins. So next comes the yoga ladder. That there are two. What is karma kanda? Karma kanda is accepts Vedas, uses them for own enjoyment. You do this is happening bad in my life. Go to the something Panditji. You go to the Panditji. Ascetic you go basically. So no, he will prescribe something from the Vedas itself, right? He will not prescribe from himself. He will have some Vedas, right? He has Vedas. He has the base. He has the base as the books are the base, right? So he takes from the base, and he will what he will give you. He will give you some shloka only. The Bhagavatam from the Gita. You want this. You start chanting this mantra. You will get this wealth. You will get this power. All these things. He will take it from the Bhagavatam only, and he will give you this. Okay, recite this 108 times. You recite this 1000 times, right? Like this will, and it will rectify. How? Because it's for it's a karma kanda. It's karma. Perfect justice will be dispensed in due course of time, right? So it's a karma kanda. It's not karma. And two options of living a sinful, living are sinful or sinless, right? You have two options now. Either you live a sinful life or you are sinless life. Whatever you prefer, you do. Yatha ichchasi tatha kuru. In the end, Krishna will tell Arjuna, Yatha ichchasi tatha kuru. Whatever you want to do, now you do. I have given you this Gita. All things necessary for maintenance of our bodies come ultimately from Krishna. Example of the insects, right? That all the maintenance he is giving, right? The insects are even in the heavy storms and the heavy rains also. The insects are protected by the himself Lord. It is my responsibility to educate myself about God's law, right? You should know about what is the God's law. Because if you don't do that, then ultimately misery will come, right? Because it has a manual, right? The material platform has come with a manual. Here in this world, the misery is pure. The love is impure. The love in this material world is impure, but the misery is pure. It is getting as it is. Morality without God is self-centered and relative, right? It's self-centered. It justifies our convenience. You just are convenient to, just to contemplate. You are having some imagination about your pleasure. It's not like that. So, a definition of morality will not save me if I break nature's law. And what is materialistic life? It's almost like an animal, busy with eating, sleeping, mating, and defending. All this is animal also doing. We are also doing. Nothing more than that. We are eating. We are going to the office for eating. We are going to the office to have a good sleep in a good bed. We are going to the office to have a good meeting with some beautiful husband or beautiful wife. We are going to the office to have some protection, to have some protection, to have some house, and to have depending. Well, it's all animal life, right? You're not contemplating. You think about it. Crash your brain like anything. Yes, animal life, they are also doing it, right? And it's more better. They are doing it better, right? They are not having that much disturbance in their mind that we are having, right? Belief in Vedas, so no belief in Vedas. No, they have no belief in the Vedas. But when third kind of person who experience the misery in his life, what happens to him? He will follow the Vedas only, right? So only enjoyment propensity is there with ourselves, and we are selfish and self. So this is materialistic life, right? We have to contemplate on it, and we have to rise above it. What is the yoga ladder? Karma yoga. You want to the karma yoga? You want to the karma yoga? Rise above the materialistic life and animalistic life. You think of, you ponder on it, you ponder on it, and you come to the karma kanda. You come to the karma kanda, you give some charity, you do that. Live life like a human being. You do with as prescribed by the Vedas. But if you do as per the Vedas also, as per the karma kanda also. Gradually, you will come to the karma. Why? Because you are going to the temple for the karma kanda, but you will listen to the Bhagavatam, you will listen to the Gita, you are coming to the class now, you have searched something and you have come to the class now. What happens? It has converted into the karma yoga. You have come for the karma kanda, it has converted to the karma yoga. So it is a practical life example, right? So first step you have taken, that the karma yoga. You will gradually develop to the karma yoga. So materialistic people, almost like an animal, busy with eating, sleeping, mating, and defending. No belief in Vedas, only enjoyment propensity, selfish and self. Right? Why this happens? Why this happens? Because why this happens? Because why selfish and self-centered? Because in the 3.27, Krishna will say that. Prakriti kriyamani gune karmani sarvasa. You will say that Prakriti kriyamani. Prakriti is doing all the stuff. Prakriti kriyamani gune karmani sarvasa. Gune means the modes of goodness, passion, ignorance are doing the thing. But ahankara mumunatma karta aham iti manyate. Ahankar in the phase of self ego, because you are selfish and self ego, self centered. That's why you will think ahankara vimudatma karta aham iti manyate. He is thinking that he is the doer. But who is doing the material activities? All the three modes of goodness, passion, ignorance have been contemplated on you, and you are completing. It is controlled. It is all the modes are controlling you, and they are getting done the things. Right? The Prakriti is getting the things done, but ahankara, the self. Prabhupada used to say that all are being, all the grastas or all the who is going to the office, they are being paid for nothing. You should say like that. Because everything is done by the Prakriti, right? Everything is being by them, but we are thinking that we have the doer. But everything is arrangement. Multiple factors are needed to anything to happen. Anything to happen. 3.42 Indriyani pranayahur indriyabhya param mana manasastu para buddhi yo buddhi paratastu. The working senses, I have told you the four stages. The working senses are superior to dull matter, right? The dull matter, about the dull matter of the body, what are they? The working senses. Karmendriyas are there. Mind is higher than the senses. The mind higher than the senses. Intelligence is higher than the mind. Intelligence is more higher than the mind. The soul is even higher than the intelligence. Okay? So please tell me which is better to control. What can you control? The senses, the mind, the intelligence, or the soul? Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Anyone? What can be controlled?
Senses.
Senses can be controlled. Very good, very good, very good. So senses can be controlled because senses they are the karmendriyas, right? The eyes you can control, the ears you can control, the tongue you can control, right? Because your mind will wander like anything. You have not that much control over it. That much, not no control over it. Like intelligence is more higher than the mind, right? It is more difficult to control. Right? It will convince you for anything. You will think that okay, I can have cigarette. So man is saying that I can have cigarette. Okay. So president will tell you, okay, once in a life nothing will happen, right? Once in a life nothing. So it will convince you of that. And it will come into the cycle only. It will come into the cycle and ultimately the bewilderment of the soul will be there, bewilderment of the memory will be there, and the delusion will come into delusion. Everything will be destroyed. Again, go to that side. So it's like that. So it's better to control the senses itself. It's the practicality, right? So these are, the karmendriyas are there. Your karmendriyas are shown. Just remember this picture. It will be easy for you to contemplate on, easy for you in your spiritual life, right? These are the eyes. What you can see or you cannot see. You want to scroll on Instagram, or you want to, go and do the aarti, to sing the Damodar Ashtakam, you offer kneel and to the Lord. What you want to do? You want to see the deities, or what you want to do? You want to do see something good, you want to read the Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavatam and all, or you want to scroll the Instagram. What you want to smell? Want to smell the flowers of the Lord, the lotus feet of the Lord, or you want to smell something bad, right? What you want to hear? You want to hear the Hare Naam, or you want to hear bad words, right? Negative words. What you want to hear? Right? It's in your what you want to hear. You want to hear the bhajans. You want to hear the Aarti of the Lord. What you want? The Shravanam and Kirtan. What you want to, hands are there. What touch is there. The touch is there. What you want to do with that? You want to touch the lotus feet of the Lord. You want to do the worshipping of the Lord. You want to do, decorate the Lord. Do that, or you want to do some sinful activity with that. You want to taste the prasadam of the Lord with the tongue, or you want to taste something simple, right? What It's in your hands, right? These all you can still control, right? It's controllable, it's practical, it's controllable by keep chanting. When you chant, what you do, your eyes, you can keep your eyes and seeing the detail of the Lord, or you can close it, and what you will, your ears will be in in hearing the name of the Lord, and your tongue will be in spelling the name of the Lord. So two senses are there, 2 3 senses are directly there, and you are sitting and smelling, and there only. So all the senses are controlled there, and you practice that 8 10 minutes over one round. You take 8 10 minutes, one Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram. It will take 8 9 minutes, right? If you do that, it will take around, if you do the 16 rounds, Prabhupada has said to do 16 rounds at least. Okay? If you do that, it will take around 2 hours, right? It takes 2 hours. You will engage that, your senses will be controlled. Your whole next 22 hours will get controlled by themselves, right? It will be easy. Then there is, then this, these are the, karmendriyas, senses. Then the mind is there, the senses, who is drawn by that? The mind draws it anywhere. The horses, the eyes will go as per the mind. Sense will, the nose will, the smelling will goes as per the mind, and then there's the intelligence. It will drive it, right? It will drive it, it dictate it, right? Do this, I will feed you. And there is the driver, the soul, right? It's afraid, the self. It is the self, right? Not feeding to the driver. We must feed to the driver, right? So intelligence which guides the mind is superior, but we know by experience that intelligence can also be guided or directed, right? This is being done by the soul, and soul is superior to all the mind. Directly feed to the soul and control your senses. What else here Krishna says, that be the role model, right? He like study also in the chapter also, that be a role model. Jad achariti sheshta, whatever acharan you do, tat evataro jana. The common people follow that. Sayat pramanam kurute lokas tat anuvartate. Whatever action is performed by a great man, common man will follow in his footsteps. And whatever standards he sets by exemplary acts, all the world pursue. If he goes and take the renunciation and become ascetic, that will be followed by the world. So that is not good for the world. You are to Kshatriya, do your duty. Role models are who we look up to, right? They are who we aspire to be. Hence, we must be incessantly cautious in choosing our role models. Who are our role models? Cautiously, right? So Arjuna next says, Arjuna said, "O descendants of Vrishni, by what is one impelled to sinful acts?" Then, okay, I know this all. I know the Vedas. Okay, then what is compelling? If one knows this, then what is the, who impels the sinful acts? Even unwillingly. Sometimes, you are unwilling to do that, but still the senses will draw by it, as if engaged by the force. Some force. It looks like some force is there. Anicham balad, right? It's balad. It's very powerful, right? It cannot be controlled. Anicham balad, right? So he says, Dhumena vi yate bani yatha darsho malena cha yato balena vrato garbhas tatha tanedam avratam. So he says that basically the lust is the the powerful thing which is here. So he says that there are the various degrees of the lust, right? So as fire is covered by smoke, he says the first degree is that as fire is covered by smoke. The fire is there, some spiritual ignition is there, some spiritual life is there, but it is covered by the lust. The lust has 3 degrees. He is basically explaining, right? Lust has 3 degrees. One is some fire you can see, but it is covered by smoke. The lust is there basically, but some ritual power is there. As a mirror is covered by dust, Sometimes a mirror is covered by the mirror. If it is clean, that is spiritual, but dust is there. That is also dust. Or as the embryo is the covered by the brain. Or it's like the worst condition, right? You can do nothing. That is the animal. That is the degree at which the animal exists, right? Because they cannot have control over their immune lust. They want to eat, they will eat, right? They will eat like anything, right? They cannot, they are not having control over it. That is very difficult, right? So similarly, the living entity is covered by different degrees of this. Living entity like animal and human being are covered by different degrees. To remove the smoke, there's fire, the spiritual fire. But fire is there in everyone, right? But they cannot control it, we can control. Therefore, O Arjuna, best of the Bharatas, in the very beginning curbs this great symbol of sin, lust, by regulating the senses, and slay this destroyer of knowledge and self. Right? So, how to regulate? By regulating senses. How by regulating the senses, you can destroy this lust. Slay this destroyer of knowledge and self. Right? So, what does lust do? It kills the knowledge, kills the process of self life. That's why it is best to start as early as possible. He is speaking like. So moderation is as for the week we hear every day. Little bit of drinking is good, little bit of smoking is good, little bit of meat eating is good. But what if someone said little bit of corona is good? You will say that okay, that is very bad. True strength in character is reflected in ability to say no, right? What is the true strength? Right? Say no. Start saying no. At least you start saying no. When no comes in your life, it becomes best and yes to virtue. Right? No to vices and yes to. You have read this, you have the knowledge and what is good, what is not good. Yatha ichchasi tatha kuru. Right? Chapter, we come to the end of the chapter, and we learned today that what to do. Ekam vada, you tell me renunciation or action. Arjuna asked. So, Nishkam Karma Yoga, Krishna tells Nishkam Karma Yoga is better than the Jnana Yoga, right? So, better than Jnana, the Nishkam Karma. You do that activity. Niyatam Kuru Karma, right? Don't stop it. Right? Just to gather some Jnana, don't stop it. Nishkam Karma Yoga. Put some Nishkam Karma. Karma Kanda to Karma. Then gradually, more gradually, if you follow the Vedas, then you will come gradually to the platform of Karma Yoga. Pravartitam Chakram. 2.10, 2.16. And lead by the example. Jad Jad Achatri Shrestha. Whatever you do, the common will follow. Greatest enemy is the lust, right? Iha Varinam. Varinam. Iha Varinam. Okay. Today we will end here. Hope it was understandable. Any questions, I guess? Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, there is a question in chat box
Yes.
by Kartika M.
Yeah, Kritika Mataji.
Mataji.
Sometimes,
Sorry,
especially.
Kirtika Mataji. Yeah, Prabhuji, sometimes, especially initially when we are learning any new bhajan or shloka, we tend to pronounce wrongly. Is it bad if we pronounce anything wrong? Secondly, sometimes some bhajan or mantras are too long. For example, if we take Damodar Ashtakam itself, by chance, sometimes we don't have enough time to chant fully and end up reading or chanting just half of the mantras. Is it fine if sometimes we start some mantras and don't finish? Yes, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna Mataji. Very, very logical question you've asked. That's why I mentioned in this class only. I asked in in the beginning also that whether what can I offer anything to the Lord? Mataji told me offer the chai to the Lord. What Lord seeks on? What does Lord seeks basically? Tad aham bhakti upartam ashnami prayatatmana. Right? If one offers with love and devotion, the love and devotion is only seen. Currently, if you recite the mantra just for learning, that is just if you are learning, right? If you are learning step by step, right? So that is the learning phase. It is not affecting yours anything your spiritual life, or it is doing some Vaishnava prana. You are doing anything that is spiritual only, right? Even if you pronounce it wrongly sometimes, it is not, Lord does not care about that. He cares about your love and devotion. So it's okay, Mataji. It's okay, totally okay, Mataji. You are reciting sometimes because you are in the learning phase. When you learn it, earlier you learn the Mangalarti. You don't know, in the starting you don't know, right? Gradually it comes. We cannot go from first standard to directly to the 12th standard. Takes time. You have to commit to the process. You have to submit to the process. You have to give yourself, you are in a spiritual path, right? Self-realization is more important. The mantra you are doing, you have to, you basically, you should know the meaning of it. And that is more example because it will create some bhava in your, in your mantra. Your mantra will have some bhava if you know the meanings of it. So it's more important, it will gradually comes. It happens with everyone, Mataji. Not an issue. I hope it answers, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. In the shloka 10 point something, you said 5 names, and who do they represent? You said for Nityanand is Balram, Advait is Shiva and Vishnu, Gadadhara are gopis, Gaura Bhakta is Narad Muni, and Chaitanya is.
Sri Krishna Chaitanya is the full name of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Sri Krishna Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is the name who is, basically in the mood of Sri Radha and Krishna.
Okay, thank you, Prabhuji.
The whole name. One more question is there, I guess. Janni Mataji, Hare Krishna. I understand intelligence guides as direct the mind. How soul guide or direct the intelligence? Could you please provide the example, sir, for better understanding? Mataji, what we are doing, the soul is residing in your, the soul is there, right? So know that there is a soul. We learned this second chapter, right? So it's listening. Do the kirtanam, right? Do the kirtanam. Now soul is listening, right? Now what is the, who is the, actually you come to the next chapter, 13 to 18, you will learn that, uh, Paramatma basically guides, the intelligence. Soul is there, if we come to the next chapter only, and the answer to this is basically in the further chapters. Like basically there's a tree, and there are two birds. You imagine the two birds, okay? One bird is the soul. Second bird is the Paramatma. That is also a bird, right? What the Paramatma does, it is the inner consciousness, supreme inner consciousness, which tells you what is right, what is not. It is constantly speaking. It is constantly speaking good. But the soul is wandering in the tree for the different fruits. It's not listening to the Paramatma, right? So the intelligence. So if you want to control the intelligence, you have to feed to the soul. If the soul listens to the Paramatma, right? The Paramatma, if it listens to the Paramatma, then it will guide perfectly, right? What we do, we ask the soul, you give some food to the soul, and the soul is satisfied. It will directly, listen to the intelligence. Listen to the intelligence will guide. It will direct the mind also. If it directs the mind, it will direct the senses also. Like that. That's why it is said that soul is greater than the. Yes, it clears the question. It will clear. I guess if it's not even clear, then also this shloka will come in the further chapters also. Hare Krishna. Have I answered, Mataji, or bit, or it's all clear? Thank you. Okay. Any more questions? Hare Krishna. Okay. We'll end here. Sorry for taking more in this class also. But it's important that we on this chapter. Hare Krishna. पांचकल्पतरुश्च प्रसन्नदेव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो अनन्तकोटिभ्यो Srila Prabhupada. Hare Krishna, everyone. Thank you very much for joining today. Thank you for giving the result. Thank you, Vaishnavi Mataji, for posting. Hare
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Thank you, Prabhuji.